Hi, my name is Tunde Bella. Today is the 1st of February 2023. Today is significant for teachers because the UK has now opened the doors for overseas trained teachers to come to the UK and work. So I'll just take us through how we can apply. You can share this video with anyone you know who's a trained teacher from abroad. Um, let's just start. So I just did a Google search. I'll right click on this, recruit teachers from overseas, gov.uk, teach in England. Then let's go back and right click on here. Let's see any other relevant information. Teach in England, if you're trained overseas, right click that. Overseas trained teachers. Um, let's right click this. Just trying to see anything that looks relevant. Okay, so let's start from the gov.uk. Any information that's not from the gov.uk, I'll be very careful. If anyone sends you any information or tells you about anything really in the UK as regards relocation, recruitment, and things like that, always ask for the government's link or the link to the government website that says what they're saying. So, recruit teachers from overseas. Let's see what they have here. Check the rules, advertise your teaching job. Is that all we're looking for? Maybe not. Teaching UK. Yeah, so teach in England if you're qualified. No, teach in England if you're qualified outside the UK. It looks close to what we want. Scroll down. Yeah, this guidance is for non-UK citizens who qualified outside the UK. So to teach in England, you have the correct visa status, teaching skills. You can you need teaching skills and experience you can demonstrate to an employer. I won't read all of this to you. I'm sure you can read it yourself. Let's just come to how you qualify. So get into teaching. This might be useful later on. All right, click it. Yeah, so I'm just trying to find relevant information here. So I'm going through this for the first time. I assume you'll be going through this for the first time. Let's just walk you through it. Working as a teacher in England if you qualified outside the UK. So it says to teach in England, you would need this. To teach in England, you need the correct visa status, teaching skill and experience you can demonstrate to an employer, to pass criminal and professional safeguarding checks. This will be organized by your employer. The correct visa status could be one of the following. Right. Let's go into the nitty-gritty of what we need. For you to be able to teach in the UK, you need to have the qualified teacher status. For you to be able to teach in the UK, you need to have the qualified teacher status. Let's click here. How do we get the qualified teacher status? Any information regarding that? Yeah, Qualified to teach. How to obtain a qualified teacher status to teach in a maintained school or the non-maintained special school in England. Right. So all here, what you're looking for is teachers who train outside the UK. Let's click on that. That brings us here. Teachers who trained outside the UK. If you're a qualified teacher from, so if you're a qualified teacher from a country outside the UK, or you gain teaching experience outside the UK, read the guidance and routes to qualify for teachers. Okay. So let's right click on there and come here. So these are the routes. So overview, English teaching, English teacher list. Yeah. UK. I'll let you read this and we'll try and go down to the routes. So there are 4 routes to qualify teacher status, which is what you need to be able to teach in the UK. You can apply for the QTS using the new online service. You can apply for assessment on the QTS. You can apply for teacher training in England. You can also apply to train for international teachers, international qualified teachers status. That's the IQTS. So your eligibility will depend. So how you qualify for each route will depend on where you qualified, your subject specialism, whether you already have teaching experience, and your personal circumstances. So before February the 1st, this used to be the list. Australia, Canada, the EEA, Gibraltar, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Switzerland, Ukraine, and the USA. But from today, people from Ghana, India, Jamaica, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, and Zimbabwe can now apply for the QTS. So when you apply for the QTS, you don't need to pay a fee. You don't need to undergo any further training. You don't even need to visit the UK. So when you get the QTS, then you can now start applying for jobs. So apply for QTS. So if you're eligible, that's if you're a trained teacher already, this will be the most likely route you apply through. It's possible to come to the UK without the QTS to teach. It's just a lot more difficult. So you have the 4-year rule, which allows you to work without QTS if you're a trained teacher. But most schools want someone who's got QTS because you need an employer to sponsor your visa. So let's go back to the first route. So this is the first route for teachers who are qualified and they have teaching experience as well. So let's come on here. Qualification and experience you need. We'll come back to that one. So these are the qualifications you need. Have an undergraduate degree. This is what we advise. So if whatever qualification you have, you need to convert it to the UK equivalent, and that's done by UK ENIC. They used to be called NARIC, but their name has changed now. So you send your documents to these people, and then they convert it to the equivalents in the UK. So you must have completed your teacher training, which meets the level 6 standard, uh, the standard level 6 qualification. That's like bachelor's. So if you've got a degree, if you attended a university and studied education, this will apply. You must have completed a course with content that is practically and pedagogically focused. Um, you have to be qualified to teach children between 5 and 16. You have to have at least 1 year experience and a minimum of 9 months, including holidays, school holidays. Um, so let's say you need about at least 1 year experience as a teacher. You have to have professional status needed to be a teacher in the country you're from. So your home country, you have to be registered with the professional body. So like Nigerian Union of Teachers, uh, something like that for Nigerians, and for other countries, that's your local professional registration body. You must also meet a certain standard of English language proficiency. So you have to have some level of English understanding, which can be proved by your certification when you convert them to when you use the UK ENIC ENIC conversion. That can sort that out for you. Or if you have IELTS, I think you need to score 5.5. Well, these are the requirements here, the English requirements. So, uh, professions that are quite good. If you can teach maths, you can teach science. Um, yeah, those are like the hotcakes, math, science. Um, so just read through yourself. I pointed out the most important point for you, and then we'll go back to how to apply. So this is how to apply. Click on here and then start now. So check your eligibility to apply. So this means you can apply yourself, and then let's use what email should we use? I use this email just to take us through. Click on continue. In which country are you currently recognized as a teacher? Let's use Nigeria as an example. Nigeria. Click on there. Click on next. Do you have a teaching qualification that was completed in Nigeria? Say yes. Do you have a university degree? Yes, if you do. No, if you don't. Let's say you do. I've got a university degree from Nigeria. I'm a trained teacher from Nigeria, really. So, are you qualified to teach children age 11 to 16? Yes, because I have secondary school students. Yes. Does your degree, does your teaching qualification or university degree qualify you to teach one of the subjects? Like I said, maths, sciences, and some languages. So I can teach maths, I can teach biology, I can teach chemistry, I can teach physics. But I prefer maths. So maths. How long have you been employed as a recognized teacher? More than 20 months. My one. Just use what is applicable for you. Please be honest. Uh, right. And then it takes you to the next one. Do you have any sanctions or restrictions on your employment? No, I don't. This is where they investigate you more, like DBS checks and things like that, probably referencing. So this is said you're eligible to apply. So this is just taking me through the steps to be sure I'm eligible to apply, and then apply. So the code to continue will be sent to the email. So the email that I used before. So I'll just go back and get the email. I'll do that on my phone. GDPR. Just waiting for the email to come in. Well, I should have put the email again. I was checking if they sent anything, but I didn't put the email, so now they sent the code. So the code is code. So these are the steps you need to follow. So you need to enter your personal information. Let's go on here. That's your name, first name, last name, date of birth. If I try to continue, it won't go. It wants me to finish it. Once I save and come back later. And then it wants you to upload your identity documents. So this will be your international passport, driver's license, any of those you have. Upload. Then go on to the qualification. So the teaching qualification you have will come on here. Again, please be honest. So date you started the qualification, date you completed the qualification, the date and the teaching qualification certificate you have. Yeah, the age range you can teach. You enter the age range you can teach here. The next thing are the subjects you can teach. Enter the subjects you can teach. I'll put maths. Usually, I think one is enough, or you can put three. I will put just maths if I was doing this, so I'll put maths. And then you come to your English language proficiency. So Nigeria, the example we're using is not an English-speaking country, so you need to provide proof. So you say, no, I'll show my English language ability using another method. I'll save and come back. So that's where you use your narrow conversion as your certificate. That's this. Let's come back here. This English language. This is where you're clicking no, and then you use your narrow conversion of your certificate or the IELTS if you have it. Come up to here. Then your work history. So the schools you've taught, the role, the hours, when you started the teaching role, if you're still employed at the school or not. So now you come here, proof that you are recognized as a teacher. So they want you to provide a written statement. this is the guide. So you need to just, I'll let you read this. I can't, I don't want to insult your intelligence. Of course you can read. This should be requested by email and this. So you need to provide a letter of professional standing from the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. So that is the professional body for teachers in Nigeria. You need to request to this email. You cannot send this document yourself. It's just like your transcript. So they have to send it. So the TRCN has to send it to apply QTS verification at education.gov.uk. So yeah. And then, so these are the things the documents must confirm that you are that you have completed a teaching qualification or teacher training, that you have successfully completed a period of professional experience comparable to induction. So if there was a requirement for induction, it shows that you've completed the period of induction, that your authorization to teach has never been suspended. There's never been any reason for you to any restriction on your teaching, your competence called to question, or anything like that. The age range you can teach, they have to confirm it. The Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria have to confirm the age range you can teach. They have to say that you're qualified to teach at state or government schools. This must be dated within 3 months of you applying for the QTS. So most people would just start applying now because most people did not know this regulation. So try and get in there first. It's important that you should request this letter from the professional. Request a letter of professional standing from the Teachers Registration Council by emailing this email, lops@trcn.gov.ng. You can only do this after you have applied for the QTS. So you need to apply for the QTS first and then apply for this. The TRCN will require you to pay them 60,000 naira and provide copies of your teaching documents. You will also need to provide your QTS application reference number as proof that you have applied. So all of this is what you need to do. I hope you find this helpful. All the best. If you have any questions, just my mobile will be somewhere here. Just send me a message on WhatsApp, or actually just reply. Just put a message on this, on this comment section somewhere, and I'll be happy to help. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is February the 1st, 2023. There is now opportunities for teachers to come to the UK. Once you go through all of that QTS thing, that's one stage. Then you can now start applying for jobs in the UK. I'll take you through that in another video. My name is Tunde Bella. I hope you find this helpful.